Hi there, students. Essentially and fundamentally. Well, to start with, both of these words are words that we use as often as filler words, when we don't know what to say, when we don't know what we're going to say exactly, and they give us time to think. But these words, although they're very similar, and we can use them in the same way, are slightly different. Okay, essentially talks about the most important central characteristics of something. But fundamental talks about the basic characteristics, the ones where it has come from. So essentially is talking about the center or the core of something, whereas fundamentally is talking about the origins, where it came from, what it is based on. But in many cases, or in most cases, these are the same thing. Let's see, let me try an example. An apple is essentially a fruit. An apple is fundamentally something that comes from a seed that's planted in the ground, and it grows into a tree and produces an apple. Okay, but from a human point of view, maybe fundamentally they are both things to eat, because the most important thing is that for humans is apples are something to eat, and fundamentally we learned about apples because we discovered that we could eat them. Okay, so essentially talks about the most simplified form of something, whereas fundamentally explains the basic truth, the building blocks of something. So maybe we have two tools or two machines that do exactly the same job. So essentially they are the same, but maybe they are based on different ideas and work in different ways. So fundamentally the two machines are different because they use different theories, different techniques. They come from a different place or from a different way of working. If you look at the word essentially, it comes from essence. The essence of something is the distillation of it, whereas fundamentally comes from the fundament, the foundation of something. But we use both of these words very, very often just as modifiers to give us a little bit more time to think about what we are doing. So essentially we use them as modifiers, although fundamentally they have slightly different meanings. Okay, these are both neutral words, and you can use them in the most informal situation or the most formal document, so they're both very useful. So essentially talks about the distilled form of something, the most concentrated form of it, whereas fundamentally talks about the origins and where it came from and what it's based on, and the things without which it won't work. Notice something is essentially important. We can't do without it. We can't function. If something is fundamentally important, it's important from the base, and maybe as well we still can't do without it. So there you go, essentially and fundamentally. You probably continue using them in the same way, but fundamentally they are different. Essentially, they are different. So the central meaning, essentially, they are different, and fundamentally, the place that they come from, the basis that creates them, is different. So there you go. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Essentially and fundamentally.